Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
I've managed to trundle down to a spot called Rangatira, which is a work site on the Transmission Gully project, which is just beside State Highway 1, the motorway, and just opposite Lyndon, really. And with me is the Zone 3 manager, Ben Patrick. Nice to catch up with you, Ben.
Yeah, great to be here. Fantastic.
Now, we're talking about some pretty trick things that you're doing on this motorway project, because you've got a bridge that you're going to demolish, and you've also got a part of the bridge that's brand new that you're going to get us to drive over. So how difficult is it to build a new bridge on an existing or over an existing local road right next to a state highway?
Yeah, look, it poses a number of constraints for us, but the good thing about it is we were heavily involved. Obviously, this is a D&C project, heavily involved during the design development phase, and we're able to make sure that it was designed accordingly so that we could build the bridge in 3 stages while maintaining live traffic on State Highway 1. So, look, yeah, there's a number of constraints, but we were able to construct it over those 3 phases that I just mentioned. The big issues for us on the project, and making sure that when we undertake lifting operations, plant movements and the likes, that we have very tight controls and constraints in place on a safety perspective, making sure that we're maintaining and keeping pedestrians and motorists safe. Temporary works, there's a significant amount of temporary works that have been involved or are involved in all 3 stages of the bridge construction to facilitate access into those areas. Stage 1 is a prime example where we've had to do saw nail top-down construction down to 6 metres in depth, retaining within 2 metres of the live highway. That was considerable amount of months of work and planning involved in that, and also limited construction area. I mean, we're in a very extremely tight area. We've got local residents, very close proximity as well, and we're trying to build a bridge on the size of a matchbox. So very tight, very difficult. And once again, the community interface is quite significant for us as well, and our community liaison manager is regularly down there coordinating and talking with the residents, keeping them up to date.
And you guys are doing it. It's incredible. So how hard is it going to be to demolish the middle section of the old bridge once you get us moving on the new section of bridge?
Look, it's a difficult operation. There's no way getting around it, but we have engaged a competent contractor already for the project, who's done a number of demolition works for us on the project. They've been engaged. They're already been working on how we're going to actually demolish that section of bridge. We do have a number of constraints. We're only allowed 2 12-hour windows over the weekend, daytime shifts, to make sure that we demolish that bridge in a shortest time frame as possible. We've got every service under the sun underneath the bridge, so there's road base, steel plates, a whole lot of protection works need to get put in place to ensure that we keep services and the local road underneath fully operational after that 12-hour window. And we're also putting in protection works up on the highway itself to make sure that road hoardings and so forth are installed to make sure that we keep motorists safe.
And unfortunately, it sounds like there's not going to be any dynamite involved.
We would love to use it, but no, unfortunately, all the fun's taken out of this one, and we've got to keep everyone safe.
Ah, dang, that would have been so much fun to watch. So, southbound traffic on State Highway 1 will be going over the new section of bridge and keeping them away from the demolition works. How does traffic travelling north safely move around the works while all this is happening? Do you have to close State Highway 1?
No. Contract requirement that we've got to maintain State Highway 1 northbound and southbound fully operational throughout the duration of the works. So we've got demolition scheduled around August this year. And we'll be maintaining both north and southbound lanes operational. Northbound will stay as is. There will be temporary hoardings that will be erected on the existing guardrail to make sure that any potential debris obviously doesn't contact any of the vehicles. And one thing about the southern side, just to reference there, is that the elevation of the road is being raised by about 2.5 metres. metres. So southbound wise, like you will still be live traffic running over there, but it's a lot less risky for them. And also we're in discussions with NZTA at the moment, where we're actually putting a proposal to close the actual fast lane so that we protect the motorists as that are in close proximity to the actual demolition works.
Fantastic stuff. So this is all happening in August, is that right?
Yes, that's the current plan.
That's the current plan. It does change. Well, if it does change, make sure you keep listening to Beach FM and we'll let everybody know. So, Ben, we better finish up there. But look, thank you so much for all the wonderful information. We really look forward to seeing this bridge changing, and it's going to be so much fun driving on a brand new bridge.
It certainly will be, and you'll have a completed bridge by April 2020.
Yay. Alrighty, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth itself. Well, not that I'm saying Ben's a horse, but never mind. It is going to be all go, and it really is looking fantastic. So out and about on this wonderful project, which is Transmission Gully, I'm Crispy for Beach FM 106.3.
106.3 Beach FM.